time for the Malin Webb Show. Join us each week as we go inside Del City Marshman football with the Del City head football coach, Malin Webb, on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
And welcome to this Malin Webb Show. Coach, last week we took on the Southridge Raiders, a very tough Southridge Raiders football team. Came out of 34-6 loser. Why don't you recap that game for us?
Southridge they're a very, very good team, and we knew that going into the game. Our defense stepped up big time. I think we had 3 takeaways. We forced a few 3-and-outs, our defense really put our offense in a good position. Offensively, we knew that their D-line was going to be really good, and not just their D-line, but their entire defense. And it gave us fits all night. They've got a lot of really fast, strong kids on their D-line that, they did a lot of gap exchanging. And so we just couldn't really get anything going offensively. And we had a lot of drives that just stalled out. We had a lot of 3-and-out. And our defense was on the field a long time on Friday night, which eventually came back to haunt us in the second half. But for a while there, we were able to compete with them. I think heading into the fourth quarter, it was still a 20-6 ball game, and we had the ball, and we had just crossed the 50-yard line. But once again, we weren't able to do anything with it, and so Southridge ended up scoring 2 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, which just kind of put an end to the ball game.
And looking at your stats, looks like you guys have been running the ball real well this season.
Yeah, we have. That's our identity. I tell the kids all the time, we are who we are, and we do what we do, and that's exactly what we do, and that's who we are. And I think this past Friday was one of our lowest rushing games that we've had all season long, and we kind of hinted towards that going into the game that it was going to be really hard to get any yardage either on the ground or through the air, and we knew that we were going to have to fight for every yard. And Southridge really made us earn every single yard that we got. And but no, we want to keep things on the ground, less chances of bad things happening. And we've got a lot of good athletes that are physical kids that like running in between the tackles. And so that style of offense really kind of fits our team and our identity.
And conference-wise, other than Southridge and Tecumseh being 3-0, everyone's pretty well locked up right there.
Yeah, everyone is, and we've, especially looking at past week's scores, everyone's kind of, you don't know, who might beat who or what might happen every single Friday night. Besides for Southridge and Tecumseh up until this point, and so besides them two that sit at the top, everyone else is kind of interchangeable.
And we're back on the Malin Webb Show right after these messages for our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And welcome back to the Malin Webb Show, and we're joined by Tell City Marksman, defensive coordinator, and linebacker coach, Zach Schilling. Zach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the defense and who's some of your top players?
Okay. We run a hybrid 4-2-5 defense. We can switch in and out of a 3-man line or 4-man line whenever we need to by the personnel we have on the field. Got a lot of young guys filling in some spots this year, but a big standout for us is junior Caden Casebolt at middle linebacker. Flies around, makes a lot of tackles, just a real motor out there for us. And another one, Kelby Glenn at free safety for us. He's another one, pretty reliable, usually in his position, doing his job. Another good, solid tackler for us on the field.
And, this week you got the Pike Central Chargers. What can you tell us about them?
They're a young team, definitely rebuilding, much improved from last year, I think. They got a lot of their skill kids back. They've got an all-conference running back. Their quarterback was a freshman last year, a sophomore, throws a really good ball. Definitely well-improved team from last year.
And, as I've talked to Coach Malin about, especially this year, in the PAC, there's really no nights off.
No, yeah, we're going to battle every week, and we tell the kids it's just preparing you for the postseason tournament. We've got one of the hardest schedules in the PAC, big or small school, and just it's not working out exactly the way we had hoped, but we feel we're going to be battle tested and ready to go come sectional. Yeah,
that's what it all boils down to, sectional. So
yes,
how you do during the season prepares you for that. So and you guys have definitely played the schedule to prepare you.
Yeah, we feel the same way.
Well, thanks for joining us, and good luck this week against Pike Central.
Thank you.
And you've been listening to the Malin Webb Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Malin Brosper Communications. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And welcome back to the Malin Webb Show. And I'll tell you what, Coach, this week you're going to be taking on Pike Central, and why don't you preview that game for us?
Pike Central, they've kind of turned a corner a little bit this year. They've got somewhere in the 30s in terms of kids on their roster, and I know that they returned a lot of kids from last year's team, and so it's not necessarily a week that we can just go in and expect to win. I know that they're 0-6, but like I told our kids today, we're 1-5. Some years we would not necessarily overlook them, but we'd go ahead and start game planning for upcoming weeks. And, we're not in a position that we can do that this year. And, to be quite honest, I don't think that we'll be able to do that with Pike Central for a long time from here on out, considering how many freshmen and sophomores that they have that play on Friday nights. And so, it's a must win for us to get us back on the winning side of things. And especially so that, we can play the best football that we possibly can by the time that postseason hits.
Well, Coach, good luck this week against Pike Central.
Yep, thank you.
And you've listened to the Malin Webb Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Malin Communications. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to the Malin Webb Show. Join us each week as we go inside Tell City Marksman football with the Tell City head football coach, Malin Webb, on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosford Communications. We'll see you next week.